Majo John Madden on the street in Vega de Alator, Veracruz State, Mexico. I have for 8 weeks now been stalled out, stranded, busted flat in El Diamante, Mexico, where my car broke down and it's still being repaired. I've had a lot of wonderful experiences here, many wonderful people, and Vega de Alator is quite a bit bigger, like maybe 8,000 people instead of 400 in El Diamante. Really just one street in El Diamante, and it's a big carretera with lots of truck traffic. It's not attractive. Some of the tiendas are wonderful and the people are wonderful. The people at O'Reilly restaurant where I hang out and where my car is now parked behind the hotel. It's Hotel Diamante and Restaurant O'Reilly, same family, runs both of them. And I love those people. We've become really good friends. And my car, Sin Motor, is parked in their backyard, the backyard of the hotel right now, where other customers, clients of the hotel park. So I've loved the Latino people for a long time, and I tend to use Mexican and Latino interchangeably. I mean, I know that Latino is a bigger category, Latin America. But when I say I love the Latino people, I mean that. I mean Mexicans, yes. But I had Guatemalan family live with me 30 years ago, which was what really opened me up to the whole world of Latino people. And in my travels through the U.S., I've been traveling 3 years straight in a camper van. Guatemalans have been very wonderful. Mostly I encounter Mexicans. A year on right near the border in Rio Grande Valley of Texas. But I've always assumed, that Mexicans are happy to be called Latino. In the U.S., Latinx refers to its gender-neutral reference for Latinx music and Latinx culture, etc. Well, there's an OXXO store on the corner here, big convenience chain in Mexico, the biggest by far. I've been in several times, and the guy Miguel in there is a terrific guy and speaks some English and loves it that we have the same name. My middle name is Michael, he's Miguel. So we've hit it off. So I was getting this drink today. I was getting this drink here, which I like an awful lot. And I love the graphics on it. And before I was buying it, I was gonna get out my Google Translator and look up orgullo, because I also saw the word orgullo on the back, just around the corner here, of a big truck, RV that was doing mammograms from the Red Cross. And the word orgullo was on the back. So I was going, orgullo, I'm thinking it's an ingredient because it says con orgullo. I thought that was an ingredient. So I was looking it up, and Miguel said, no, orgullo, not orgullo, means pride, Mexican pride. I said, wow, great, Latino pride. And he says, no, we're Mexicans, we're not Latinos. And that kind of took me aback, like, why wouldn't you want to also identify with other Latinos? I mean, it's great to say Mexicans, we're special, we've got our own culture, that's wonderful. But to say we're not Latino bothered me. And I just did a whole video for the O'Reilly family where I'm staying about how much I love Latino people. Nobody there balked at me using I think I didn't even use the word Mexican in the whole 16-minute talk video. It's actually on YouTube now. Nobody in that family balked at the word Latino. So I'm curious. I'm going to be asking other people. And if you're watching this video on YouTube, or eventually will be up on TikTok, and I'm going to do a Spanish version of it also. That's my new thing. Just pioneered it with that one 16-minute talk because the 15-year-old that had a big quinceañera party, and I originally wrote it for her and did use my Google Translator and translated the whole thing into Spanish. Worked really hard on the pronunciation, and it came out not perfect, but certainly not sounding like a native speaker, but pretty good, and the family was pleased with it. So that's up there. It's Triana's quinceañera tribute. Just went up a couple days ago. I guess yesterday it got posted. If you're Mexican and or Latino, I'd love it if you drop a comment about where you stand with being identified Latino. I had a girlfriend in Chicago 30 years ago who was Polish, and right off the boat, she had been a nursing professor, a teacher at the nursing school back in Poland. But here in the U.S., she was working as a nurse's aide because she didn't have any credentials here. Really bright, really sharp, beautiful, and she took a lot of pride in being Polish. At one point where I was telling her what a great kisser she was, she says, Polish women are the best kissers. But she also took a lot of pride in being European and having European style. She was a sharp dresser, which was great because when I was growing up in ethnic Chicago, Polish was the last thing you'd think of as having sharp style. My wife was Polish, and she wasn't dumpy, quite attractive woman, and third generation Polish. And but the deal was stada babas and babushkas and dumpy fat old ladies. So that she said, no, Polish are great, and I have European style, and by the way, American women have no idea how to dress, was her stance about it. A bit of an overgeneralization. But I loved her pride, and I love Mexican pride, and I love the Latino people, so Latinx people. I'd love any comments you want to put on the video about all that. Thanks.